I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel, Cass. Billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion BMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
Oh, fuck yeah. We take down Big Man Cass and break up his whole fucking Merc operation. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking do it.
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
Hello, Bagley?
You're up. What shall we do today?
One of those.
Yep.
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the borough to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Ah, that's just great.
Let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government. Led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Bit suspicious timing-wise, if you ask me.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
What a beaut.
Very nice. Some people really are just trying to make the world better. Hey, fuck off, you fascist prick. You can't do this. Stop. Fuck. You want trouble? Come on then.
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Let's meet mystery guy.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Paranoid fellow, huh?
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Yes, I understand. What the fuck? Is his DedSec life like this?
Until you lose them, yes.
Helpful as ever, yeah?
Control, I can't see the suspect. Please advise.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
Search has yielded no results.
I'm looking at the windows.
Report back to HQ.
Can I try one of those, Bagley?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
Check. You're not joking about the traps, Bagley.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
Check.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Nice to see you again.
Move one more muscle, Chief, and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Okay, now, just be calm.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Nah, we're more like the Albion's bad dream.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Wait! Albion knows you're in London. Now, you can blow me up if you want, but run!
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish! Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Believe me, we know. Why else would I be risking my ass here, huh?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Listen, we want your help. Cass is no friend to us. He tried to kill us, and he had a hand in
Mate,
the
you don't know
bombings.
shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what— Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. Guess you weren't
Shit.
lying about that part. Fuck, think, Amish, think. Shit, fine. We'll table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. Move in, move in!
Shit! Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Stand by for further developments.
There's nowhere to run.
Control, we are pursuing the suspect. Check it out.
Drones are on their way to the suspect.
Control, we're pursuing the suspect.
Control, we are unsighted of suspect. Over.
That's it. I'm calling off the pursuit.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
We shall eat up the beefsteaks. We shall pay up with our British pounds. We shall eat cows from the fields and anything that blinks.
All right, Chief.
We shall
That was a pretty slick escape, I believe.
Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. Says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
What we need is an insider on the team.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cyber security sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
Uh-huh. Tower of London? That place is tighter than a nun's asshole. How can we get in?
I'd like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Hello?
You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
We don't break.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed. not doing anything important, you've been activated.
I can't multitask.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready. If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken-by-the-system face. Oh. And don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
I cannot wait for Friday, mate. Simmons, do you know him? Anyway, no matter. He's the one who organised our team-building activity. He's rounded up a few of the prisoners they brought in a little while ago. The ones who didn't have any relatives. He figures it'll make for an easier time when we declare them missing. Right, so the fun part. He's going to release them into an open field while we get our shots in. I'll bet you a pint I can get rid of 10 before you. You're on, you slimy bastard.
You useless flap of skin!
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You know much more about Cass than I do.
Yeah, I was Albion too, if you haven't twigged to that. Me and Cass were close once. Looked up to him. He was bigger than life, fam. Literally a tech genius. And I was just a gearhead kid. I wanted to be like him. That's why I joined up.
Seriously?
Didn't find out he was a murderous prick until later.
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible from terrorist attacks.
I believe he has ensured that every security measure has been properly taken so that we are all well, as he likes to say.
This was considered by historians to be the famed sword, Excalibur. Later, archaeologists were able to...
Unfucking believable. Get this muck out of my inbox.
Queen Victoria kept these letters, written by her beloved and much mourned Albert, until her death in 1901, a full 40 years after his death, on loan from the Victoria and Albert Museum.
write down boots before coming in? Like I haven't got enough to do. Theatre construction.
Best fish and chips. Just bar and so on and so forth. What's that? It's not even fucking internet.
Actually, yeah.
Justice, doing what's right. Needless to say, I don't see them actually making.
I heard someone saying dead sectors seem so hollow.
They better not be just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Fantastic.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
Talk about self-centeredness. I realize that I was just chatting.
No, Director Cass is a genius engineer, but everything he designs is weaponized.
I know, he's a little obsessed, but he's trying to keep people safe. In his day and age, that is what is needed.
That might be part of it, but I think he likes the power. Maybe a little too much.
You've been up
I
there,
wouldn't
Lil?
let anyone else hear you saying that, mate. In fact, I don't want to hear it either.
You understand?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always an element.
Sure, but I thought you'd taken care of them,
You mean Dexter? I've heard some talk on the street that they may be back in operation, but I'm not really.
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
I want to see it.
Internal Psych Assessment AS-001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company, but I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Well, shit. Cass really isn't right in the head, and they're trusting him with the security of London.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
July 4th had some kind of gift thing, right? Talk about self-centeredness. That's how he's the most antisocial businessman in London. Out of there.
How's it going?
Being a bit tense.
How are you getting on with those metrics? The deadline is coming up quickly. It wouldn't do to miss it. He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I
Just do much to ask people to knock around like a ball in a challenge.
I don't know, Alan.
Don't even joke. I don't even want to think about what Director Cass would do. Just...
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you'd called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
Attention, a building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
How do I get out, Bagley?
The catacombs, fam.
How efficient?
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
Fuck. He's crazed. And anything coming out of that brain case will be crazed, including this Themis project. Damn. Fuck's sake! I don't like this. I really don't. What was that?
Fucking hell. Albion's top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, no risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Come on. This is stupid.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready. Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome. But what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone, something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Titus security.
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot will have a fun little gadget to break in the Titus. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.
Grit. Ready to go?
Took you long enough.
Here, those things never cease to amaze me. I mean,
Wait, eyes up now, man. No, listen.
You're coming up on the Albion drone facility where the micro drone is being developed.
Better be worth it.
It will be. You're gonna need to disable the security system protecting the R&D lab.
Something's wrong with this spider bot. Shut it down.
Shipment C-67 prepped and ready for final processing.
Taking cover!
Is now taking an Albion mandated timeout. You're up.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen to me, right? Right? It would be better not to get spotted here.
where your teammate left off. I'm sure they'll thank you once they stop eating through a tube.
Thank God for free healthcare, I suppose.
Security's down in the R&D lab, but plans for the microdrone will be in there somewhere.
I want that drone inspected. Knock it down.
This area is being recorded by the GBB.
Returning to charging station.
I've downloaded the schematics. You can leave whenever you like. Now that we have the schematics, we can make micro-drones of our very own.
Better move fast on that, Bags. We need to get into Titus ASAP. Shut down Project Themis before Nigel decides to launch. And with what he was saying, we don't have much time.
Can't make it like lock in this city without seeing a flock of drones buzzing. God damn it!
I hope you're not doing anything important. You've been activated.
No problem.
We've successfully trialed our first micro-drone, and it's officially as cute as the dickens. I've decided to name it Sebastian.
Time to break into Titus.
And take away Nigel Cass's newest toy, Project Themis. Bagley, any idea where that name comes from?
Greek mythology. Themis was the goddess of divine justice. You know, the one with the sword.
Ooh, that is so Nigel fucking cuss.
See? School's useful for something besides social maladjustment. Find the schematics of the building and I'll work out the location of the Themis project.
In your mouth.
What was that? Stand down.
Bloody fucking hell.
Look round for anything named Themis.
On it.
Well, if I was hiding a top-secret, morally dubious drone project like Themis, I would put it in the secure vault on the lowest level. You will have to hack your way past some pretty serious security, however. The elevator that leads to the secure vault that houses Themis is locked down. You will have to access the bypass terminal to use it. You will require a spider bot.
sort of drone?
Bring it on!
Failure to comply will result in personal intervention. And desist, or you will be restrained. Warning, continuing unlawful activity will result in arrest. Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Halt. Failure to comply will result in personal intervention. Cease and desist, or you will be restrained.
I'm the one responsible for this!
Surrender yourself.
Clear! Move on! Drone, search the area.
I'm at the point where I'm wondering if you only intended to run the road.
Gun, keep an eye out!
G's are here to protect you.
You are. I swear. It doesn't even matter.
Surrender! Do you think you can conquer our Churchill mixed grill? Steak, gammon, sausages, kidneys and chops, weighed in pounds and paid for in pounds.
You'll be using Sebastian and the rest of the microdrones to bypass security. But first you'll have to get by that laser array. I suggest a spider bot and steady nerves.
On it.
Our job is not an easy one, but it is an important one. Right now, we devote countless hours to intelligence gathering, and still things slip through the cracks.
Security lockdown initiated.
Intruder alert. All unauthorized personnel must vacate the premises.
All right, Sebastian, this is what you and your friends have been training for. Time to crash the security grid for Daddy.
Right. Let's see what this little drone's got. That's the spirit. She'll be pretty sick. This is taking too long, mate. Why don't you just shoot the damn door?
Hold your piss, I'm almost there.
Right then, no time for tears. Meet Sebastian, another of our countless microdrone allies. All named Sebastian, of course. You can't iterate on perfection. Destroy them, Sebastian, and for God's sake, be careful.
So dead set.
You've made your father very proud, Sebastian. Oh, right. You should be able to access the Themis project room now.
Let's ruin Nigel's fucking day.
London, once a beacon of civility, now a cesspool of lawlessness. It is clear that humanity can no longer police itself. Fortunately, we don't have to. Welcome to Project Themis. Albion has found a way to apply an existing system, LifeScore, a data aggregator of biometrics, personal information, to our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively.
Fuck me, I knew it. The LifeScore algorithm. My algorithm. I should have scrubbed it before I left.
What do you mean, Hamish? You know how Themis works.
No, fam. Well, yeah. This was years ago. We were developing a LifeScore algorithm for what Cass called a peacekeeping system. Supposed to identify vulnerable civilians, not target them.
Fuck me.
So in theory, Themis could be programmed to target anyone based on any number of parameters.
Exactly. That's the way Cass thinks. Genius, but twisted. We have to stop this. And I know how. We delete the LifeScore data and Themis is done.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right. That's done.
Yes, we'll have the award ceremony another time. Get out now. This may be entertaining. I've intercepted an audio transmission from Nigel Cass.
No more excuses. This is my city, and I will not have DedSec ruin my plans for it. Themis was poised to change London, the world. And this group... And Hamish fucking Balaji? I want them all. They made you all look like fools. They walked calmly into the White Tower, and no one, not one of you, stopped them with all our vaunted security measures. So do any of you have anything to say? Nothing. Well, everyone, and I mean everyone in the organization, will be revetted immediately. Someone help them. That's...
Well, That's about done it. Cass is gonna steam about this for a while. No more life score, no more Themis. You did it.
Come on, Balaji. This is your doing as much as it is ours, and we'll need you the next time we go after Cass. What do you say?
Not much of a joiner, fam, considering how my days at Albion ended. But I'll be keeping watch on them and Cass. Maybe feed you lots of intel.
And there's still the question of Zero Day. Remember them? Completely gutted DedSec 1.0.
Cass had a hand in that purge, Bagley, and in the bombings, so we'll gladly accept any help you can give us, Hamish. Cheers.
In the last adventure of Detective Bagley and his occasionally helped